What if I told you there are monster construction vehicles so massive, so unstoppable, that they could tear the earth apart, flatten mountains, and build towers that scrape the sky? Which one is the most powerful monster of them all? These aren't little toy trucks. Oh no! These are the steel giants, the mechanical beasts, the thundering titans of the construction site. And one of them has a hidden superpower you'll only see if you watch all the way to the end. Why you should care, Bubble Kids. Because without these monsters, there would be no playgrounds, no roller coasters, no roads to drive on, no houses to live in. They're not just machines. They're the heroes that shape our world. Why you must watch until the end. Because one machine, revealed at the very end, has a secret power unlike anything you've ever seen. Miss it, and you'll miss the steel dragon of the construction world. What machine has an arm longer than a dinosaur's neck, with a claw that can scoop up mountains of dirt? Imagine a giant iron dinosaur stomping across the site, stretching its neck down to rip into the ground. With each scoop, it devours dirt, rocks, and sand like breakfast cereal. That's the excavator, the digging champion, the bucket beast, the clawed monster that makes holes so deep you could hide a castle inside. Which vehicle has a blade like a giant sword strong enough to shove mountains aside? Picture a beast of steel charging forward, its blades slashing through dirt, shoving rocks out of its way like they were toys on the floor. That's the bulldozer, the unstoppable land leveler, flattening everything in its path. When the bulldozer roars, the earth obeys. What monster has a belly so big it can swallow mountains of dirt? Imagine a truck so massive it could carry an entire playground in its back, then tilt up and dump it out with one earth-shaking move. That's the dump truck, the giant belly beast that gulps dirt and spits it out wherever the builders need it. What truck carries a spinning drum that never stops turning? Imagine a giant rolling blender on wheels, spinning and mixing a magical gray goo that hardens into buildings and bridges. That's the cement mixer truck. The concrete chef, always stirring, always ready to pour the mixture that holds cities together. How do humans build towers taller than clouds? Imagine a steel giraffe stretching into the heavens, swinging beams across the sky like toothpicks. That's the tower crane. The sky builder, the skyscraper's best friend. The monster with the power to lift the bones of castles in the clouds. Which monster crushes the ground flat with every thunderous step? Imagine a steel titan, heavier than 10 elephants, rolling forward and pressing the earth as smooth as glass. That's the road roller. The ground flattener, the pancake maker of the construction site, turning chaos into smooth perfection. What machine has two faces, one for scooping, one for digging? Imagine a beast with a bucket belly in the front and a claw tail in the back, ready to scoop and dig at the same time. That's the backhoe loader, the two-headed construction dragon, lifting, digging, and doing double the work of ordinary machines. What's the fastest scooper of them all? Imagine a machine with wheels like a race car, but with a giant bucket on its nose, zooming across the site to scoop and dump again and again. That's the wheel loader. The speedy scooping beast piling mountains of dirt in seconds. What's small but fights like a giant? Picture a little boxy beast zipping around, lifting, digging, and even breaking rocks with tools strapped to its front. That's the skid steer loader. Tiny but terrifyingly strong, the pocket-sized powerhouse of the site. How do roads become smooth and safe? Imagine a machine with a blade longer than a dragon's tongue, scraping and smoothing the ground like butter on toast. That's the road grader, the master smoother, the land shaper, making roads safe for cars and trucks to race across. What monster hammers the earth like a giant's fist? Picture a machine slamming giant poles deep into the earth with the strength of 1,000 hammers. That's the pile driver, the earth poker, the foundation maker, giving buildings legs of steel to stand tall forever. How do builders get concrete into places way up high? Imagine a truck with a giant steel snake arm, pumping gray goo up into the air like a super-powered hose. That's the concrete pump truck. The concrete wizard blasting liquid stone into impossible places. What machine eats old roads for breakfast? Imagine a giant grinder chomping up cracked pavement with teeth of steel. That's the road milling machine. The road eater gobbling up broken streets so new ones can rise. The secret monster construction vehicle has arrived. This is what you all have been waiting for. What monster doesn't build on top of the ground? It eats through it. Imagine a dragon of steel, spinning its jaws into the earth, chewing through rock and dirt to carve out hidden tunnels. That's the tunnel boring machine. The underground worm of iron, the dragon that makes secret passageways for trains, cars, and cities below the surface. And just like that, our journey into the world of monster construction vehicles ends with the biggest secret of them all.